Will Polkadot surpass expectations this quarter? I think there is some chance that Polkadot could surpass expectations because a lot of people's expectations are very low for Polkadot. From what I'm seeing in the comments, of course, there's going to be a mixture of comments. I've seen bullish comments, I've seen bearish comments. I am just here to comment on the charts based on what I'm seeing here on the chart here, right? And what I've been talking about for Polkadot is a lot of it is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin because that is still the driver of this market. If Bitcoin pumps, that's very good for the altcoins. However, if Bitcoin dumps, very bad for the altcoins. I never trade Bitcoin without a clear understanding of altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin. I've done a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. If you trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin, chances are you're going to be wrecked. Okay, so definitely check that out. Now, for Polkadot here, I've been talking about these Polkadot charts, right? Let's take an overview on the weekly time frame here. And this chart is still valid, and it has been valid for quite some time. And I've been talking about Polkadot for quite a few months since I restarted my channel. And this pattern here, it's a falling wedge pattern. Okay, if Polkadot actually breaks out of this pattern here, which it has a higher chance of breaking to the upside out of a falling wedge pattern, price target here will still be about just above $19. Okay, now price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. Okay, very much depends on what happens with Bitcoin. Now, I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinion on this market right now, it is still bullish. Of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. Now, for Polkadot here, price target very much depends on Bitcoin. So let's see if it can actually break out of this huge falling wedge pattern here. It is still near the bottom of this pattern, so it could take some time still. So let's go ahead and zoom in and see what Polkadot could be doing, and let's see if I can get any more clarity. Also want to mention that Polkadot did break out of this smaller falling wedge pattern here quite some time ago, and it has not really been doing too much. It broke out back in February. Price target for this one is about $10. Now this breakout is still valid because why? Because the price action is still above the upward trend line of this falling wedge pattern. And it is not uncommon to see price action going down for a little bit more after breaking out from a steep falling wedge pattern like that, okay? So this is still valid. Now let's zoom in on the daily time frame. Daily time frame here. Falling wedge pattern. This one's broke out to the upside, okay? Price target here will be about $4.50. Still valid breakout. And it has also formed another falling wedge pattern here. Okay. Now, this falling wedge pattern, let's just say if it breaks out here, for example, price target would be about almost $4.75. So let's see if Polkadot can actually reach some of these price targets before heading to the longest one up there. Okay. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Polkadot. I do also want to mention that this most recent falling wedge pattern is new, and I did invalidate a double bottom pattern I mentioned last time, right? Because that continued going further, but not that much further, and we have it has formed a falling wedge pattern here. So this is basically what I'm seeing for DOT. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of it by dropping a like, comment, subscribe, or any other coins in this market. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis.